What's up, everybody? It's Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Space Engineers Inspiration series. We're starting things off today with this tiny little fighter. It's really kind of interesting because... okay, I can't do it anymore. We're actually going to do this ship, which is arguably way larger and way cooler. Well, I guess it's not really arguable that it's way larger, but... so we actually start off in the ship when you load the world, which I don't know why that noise is there, but it drives me up the wall. Yeah, so that's why I started outside the ship. Because that's really annoying. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no, 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 no. Drop down, drop down, drop down. Okay. Whew. Does this thing not have dampeners on or something? It does. Why does it not slow down? Stop. Alright, whatever. We're getting out of that. I think that's the fighter that goes along with this ship. That's why I brought it over here and didn't just dump it, because I think that's actually the one that's supposed to go with this. But, so this is actually the merchant ship Fallen Lord, I believe. Now, I should note one very important thing. I really did not read the description all that much. I started to, and there was just a lot of reading involved. So, yeah, that happened. So if I mess up something, miss information, miss an area, you know, just go with it. As far as I know, though, I believe this was in the fiction of the build supposed to be a decommissioned battlecruiser type thing that got turned into a merchant ship, I believe. I think, maybe, something to that effect. But overall, I like the design and stuff, and again, I'm always impressed by things that are vanilla but can stand up with the modded builds in terms of design and stuff. Now this is, it looks like an airlock, though I have a feeling I might be looking at this upside down. I don't know for sure which way is right side up, because there's no, like, words or anything on it. And, of course, the antennas rotate with it. So, I want to say this is right side up, now that I'm looking at it. This is a world file and not a blueprint, so when I loaded the world, the thumbnail had the lighting on the top of the ship, so I assume that was the top. But now that I'm looking at it and the way the doors are aligned, I'm kind of thinking this is the way it's supposed to go. There is, for some reason though, the airlocks on the side where the merge blocks are turned off. I don't know if they're sensor-based or what. I might just have to, like, turn them on manually or something. I'm not really sure. But so anyways, I like the look of it. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go in through the hangar, I think. Oh, and there's the fighter. So let's see if that's a different version or not. Yeah, that does look like a different version. Oh, and that's cool. It's got a little passageway chute down to it. That's kind of cool. Now, where was that hangar? I know I saw a hangar. Was that... should have been on the top somewhere. Or at least what I'm assuming is now the top. There you are. Okay. So let's just go in through this way. I don't know what the proper way is to go in, but we're going to use this one. Okay. Oh boy. I may not be pushing buttons, because I don't know what any of these buttons do. But overall, especially again being vanilla and stuff, I do like a lot of the use of lighting and situational stuff like this is pretty cool, having a connector for where the ship can land, but then having an underbelly area for storing the materials or whatever is being transferred out of the ship, and maintenance crew, you know, all that kind of stuff. I think that's really cool. It's a really neat use of space. Okay. I'm going to get lost in this ship, I can already tell. But thankfully we have a forward left and right. So let's just go from one side and we'll work our way in different directions. So this looks like the airlock here. They must just be disabled because, oh, those are merge blocks, so that must be boarding airlocks type thing, maybe. I don't know what that does. Engineering room doors? Okay. Where did we end up? This looks like engineering, I guess, with all of its gyroscopes and whatnots. Oxygen generators. Cool. Okay. Sorry about that. I had a phone call to deal with. Alright, so I don't know. Okay, so that disables the actual engineering door altogether. Oh, there's your airlock controls right there. Duh. Exit left. Or extension, maybe? Maybe not exit? Nope, that's exit. I hate the fade-out stuff that they have on this crap now. It makes it very hard to read. Even when it is in my language, I still have a hard time reading it. Okay, so that's only your airlock stuff. What goes this way? This way, this way. Ah! Navigation. Brown zone, deck 1, rear left hangar. I guess it's like the doors are even color-coded. That's pretty cool. Okay, timer block for something. Light. I don't know what this stuff is actually. Angle, maybe? Light something. Gosh, I can't even read it. Okay. So, time to be adventurous and not just push random buttons and blow the ship up. Okay, so we have another... Ooh, we have another ship. Another little fighter. Or, that's not really a fighter. That's more of a cargo, like, forklift. Okay, so this is the aft hangar. Because there was 2 hangars off the back. So these are probably the left and right hangars that are going to unload these cargo hauler type ships for unloading and loading. Don't know where this goes now. Through here, unless it goes to the right, maybe, if this was the left. Ah, success! Alright, so here's another fighter. So we have a fighter and a cargo loader on the... I guess it would be the ships left and right, respectively. Okay, so that means the left and right is not too far apart, actually. And I imagine that that door is going to go through the same thing on the left and right that we're going through now. So there probably isn't really a need to go through both. What do we got going on here? Is this more of engineering, maybe? Battery, I think? Oh! I didn't even see this door. Okay. Well, there's that. And then we go up to the blue section, which is crew quarters. Looks like. Crew quarters, not med bay. Nope, gotta be crew quarters. Okay. And now we have cargo container battery. We've got like an overlook of the main hangar, I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna call that the main hangar. Where do you come out at? Deck 1. White zone, blue zone, orange zone. Orange? I think that's supposed to be orange. Yellow. It's like yellow, if you're southern. Yellow. Red, pink, main hangar. Ah, main hangar, I was right. Left crew cabin. Main hangar, got it right. Navigation, pink zone. Okay. So this leads back out. Okay, so this is the front door then. Ah, okay, so this is the front, and this is where the sides lead to. Man, there's so many different paths in this place. I mean, I did forewarn everyone I was gonna get very turned around. So I feel like there was proper warning. Okay, so let's head... Okay, there's nowhere else to go up there. Alright, that's just crew quarter. So we've made our way kind of towards the front now. I'm not sure what this is, nor how to get to it, but it looks like reactors. It looks like assemblers with upgrades attached to upgrade modules, but the modules aren't completed, so I don't really know if that's just decorative or not. Okay, I guess that's maintenance for those. So is there no way to get to that? Is that what you're trying to tell me here? Okay, so man, there's a lot of connecting paths that don't look like they're connecting. That's weird. I feel like there's probably a way down there. I just didn't find it. Like maybe that? Right there? That leads to a door? Maybe? If one had to hazard a guess. Door to the reactor room. Yep. Hey, would you look at that? It is accessible. So this is technically the reactor room, okay. And then you've got your jump drives. Okay. Okay. Now, where do you guys go? Energy compartment and repair compartment. Okay. So this is your thrusters, batteries. Interesting. This makes me feel like there's electricity on the floor. It's just years of video games. It's like... You know, that kind of thing. That's what I feel. It's like a hazard. I'm sure that's not what it's actually for, but that's just my knee-jerk reaction. It was like, ah, electric trap. That's funny. Alright, I'm not sure what. The medical room, if you're the bionic man, maybe? I don't know what that is. Is there a sign anywhere? I don't see one. Okay, so this ties back in over here where we came into from the top. Okay. This, I'm guessing, is the med bay or waiting room? Navigation and ship compartments. I can't really make out what some of that is. I kind of want to... Oh, that doesn't go anywhere. I kind of thought this was the med bay, but I don't actually see a medical bay. So that makes me wonder... Man, there's so many doors and stuff. I'm getting lost. Okay, this has all got to be the med bay, right? Because you've got beds and then, like, the surgery table with a giant welder. I'm just going to say that's med bay. And it's... I mean... Yeah, we'll go with that. It's probably wrong, but we'll go with that. Haha, medical bay. Wait, that's restroom. Oh, is that the shower with the welder? Boy, did I get that wrong. Okay, so this is... more stuff, like storage, shelf units, and then people units, I guess. I'm guessing. Sure, we'll go with that. Wow, there's so much stuff to see in this build. This is crazy. I really did not expect it to be this large on the inside, like have this big of an interior. I really wasn't planning on spending this much time on this one build, but there's just so many nooks and crannies to find. Might just have to wrap this one up. Okay, so yeah, let's just wrap this one up. I'm sure there's stuff that I'm still missing, and so on and whatnot. This probably leads to the fighter that you drop down onto, I'm imagining. But if you want to see all the little different places, you'll probably just have to download it yourself and go through and find all the parts that I'm missing, because I'm running low on time for this one build. It does have the floor plan script, and it looks like the autopilot script with some whatchamacallit, adjustable LCDs. Nope, wrong button. This is what I was looking for. Okay, so it actually, the description said it's actually supposed to move pretty well in terms of agility and stuff for being that large of a ship. And it actually does. It's not like a fighter, but it still moves pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a ship that size that could move in that way. Now, it's actually... I'm going to let off because its speed's going nuts. I didn't know you could go over 100 kilometers anymore. I don't know how they pulled that one off. But anyways, we're going to wrap this one up and let's move on to the next one. Alright, so next up we have the Hydra Corvette, which is actually a pretty neat looking ship. Now normally, I tend to lean towards more symmetrical stuff. I like things balanced on both sides of the ship and mirrored and things like that, but every once in a while, somebody will come up with an asymmetrical style build and it just works really well, and this is one of those cases that, you know, I don't know if I would have built something like this, but I love it how it looks. It just looks like something you'd actually see in a grungy sci-fi movie type thing where not everything is all sleek and streamlined. It's more just like built for functionality kind of thing. One thing in particular, I do like the exposed areas that aren't like sealed. I think that's kind of cool. A lot of the screenshots were done on planet, but it is designed to be both. It can be out in space or on a planet, and it can transition. So I'm sure, you know, some of the internal parts and everything is pressurized. The other thing is it's supposedly done in a way that has everything you need for a survival type scenario. So I do see, obviously you've got your weapons to protect your ship, but I do see like refinery, cargo. I'm looking for an assembler. There's probably one stuck somewhere. That looks like a mod, so I'm assuming it's in there somewhere. Because usually you only use the module upgrades on assemblers and refineries. Battery over here. There's the oxygen tank, and there's the generator. Solar farm there. I don't see any solar panels, unless I'm just missing them, which is highly possible. This might be your assembler. There's reactors. Okay. Connector and a merge block for a smaller ship, maybe? Or a larger ship, depending on the size of them. It's also designed to have... I think this will extend down as a catwalk, so that you can get to it if you're on a planet without a jetpack type of deal. There's a vent there. One thing I'm not finding... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, is a door. Okay, there's your airlock. Okay, so we've got gravity, med bay, timer block to run stuff, I'm assuming. The vents there. Cryo chamber for two bunks. Cargo storage. So yeah, it's kind of a cool looking... Oh, and programmable blocks, probably to run this stuff like the floor plan. I think that's what that's for. Timer block, remote control autopilot, toggle sliding door, so I guess you can disable the door. Gravity generator, ramp. Gosh, they need to change that so much. Atmo, so atmospheric thrusters. Ion and lunar assist. I don't know what that one does. It does look like it has the autopilot script and the floor plan script, which are both really cool. And contrary to the last one, which had a huge interior, I think that's pretty much all there is on the inside of this ship. It's still a really cool ship, though. I would totally use something like this in an actual, like, Let's Play survival, as opposed to, like, a creative where you're just, you know, wanting a cool beast ship that can do everything and looks like something out of Star Trek, you know. This would be more one of those function over form, but the form still looks really cool to me. If that's it, it just has more of that functional look. So, really do like it though. Like I said, I don't normally lean towards the asymmetric side of things, but it kind of reminds me of like the Millennium Falcon type stuff where not everything matches and stuff. It's like you have one thing on one side and one thing on another. In terms of speed, it does seem to accelerate pretty good, and it turns really nice. So yeah, this would definitely be a nice ship to have for like a survival world or something to that effect. Okay, so that's this one. Let's move on to the last one. Okay, and last up we have the Hades, which is designed to be a destroyer, according to the description, and honestly just looks kind of cool. Again, it kind of looks like something you'd see in a sci-fi movie. Kind of reminds me of like the, I don't know why, because it's not the same size or dimensions or shape or anything like that, but I just get like a Prometheus style design. Like I could see this being another type of ship within that world, I guess, maybe. But it looks really cool. I really like the look. I like the open, back and front to it. I think that's a nice touch. The front is actually, this part's actually a hangar, according to the description. At least I think it is. Am I upside down again? I'm upside down again. Dang nabbit. Alright. Well, gotta change my screenshot for the thumbnails. So yeah, here we go. This makes more sense. I was like, the description said you could connect the connector, but... So all of those connectors are available. I gotta fly back around the ship now that I know that it's right side up. There we go. That looks a little better. So yeah, that's pretty cool that you can... I like this openness. It's almost like, kind of reminds me of those beach house type looks where, you know, everybody just leaves their doors open and stuff because you just walk out onto the beach. Kind of reminds me of that type of vibe where it's like, just fly in, park, go inside, you know, whatever. No need to wait for the door to open, just fly in and land. But I really like the look and design, like how you've got these catwalks here, the upper but yet beveled ceiling and stuff like that. It just, I don't know, it just looks like something I could actually see in a spaceship design type of thing. I really like the use of lighting too. I like that it's got like the tealish cyan, or cyan, whatever, landing area. What do we got here? Deck 1 connector, 2, 3, 4 connectors. Okay, that's all the other connector switches. So it's just, I wasn't sure if there was like any kind of light controls or whatever. Oh, the bridge is that way. Huh, that's cool. I am a little surprised that I don't see any exterior hangar controls. I guess that makes sense. You don't just want anybody just randomly coming along and opening your hangar door. That wouldn't be good. So the hangar door, I was going to say the hangar controls must be interior then, or internal. Industrial area and engine room. Okay. So there's all your upgrade modules, which I'm sure are connected to your refineries and assemblers and bits and bobs. Is this the engine room? Yep, large reactor. Ooh, with a nice thin little view. That's cool. Okay, this doesn't go anywhere. Jump drive. Cool. Cool. Alright. So, let's head over this way. Okay, so, sorry about that. I had another phone call to deal with. People won't leave me alone today. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, so here's our hangar, open and closed, probably the same on the other side, so that's how we get that open and welcome the guests out on the flight deck. Or, you know, make sure to close the doors. Oh, there's ones out here too, that's good. I'm assuming this is another one of those that it's the same on both sides of the deck. So we have 4 cryo chambers then, if that's correct. We have the rear deck, and I'm guessing upper deck. Living area goes this way. Cargo room. Wait a minute, where's the living area? You have a sign here, but where are you? Viewing deck and bridge. I probably should have gone the other way. Oxygen room. Bridge is that way, which looks cool. From here. Where's the stair entrance? Here it is. Okay, so this is the viewing deck, I'm guessing. Since, you know, there's a view. The oxygen room. That's kind of odd, because I don't remember seeing any oxygen generators in this room, because I never looked up. Got it. Cargo room definitely lives up to its name, because that is definitely a cargo room. Okay, so let's go back down here for a minute. I still don't know where this living area thing is. Unless this is considered the living area, because there's the med bay and the cryo chambers and stuff. Huh. I don't know. That's weird. Not really sure what to make of that one. Okay, so this is supposed to be the engine room, but it's more of an engine deck, I guess, because there isn't really a whole lot of room going on here. But it's access to your hydrogen tanks and thrusters and all that stuff. So, that is fairly accurate, I suppose. It's just not an enclosed room. Oh, and it says rear deck, not engineering deck. I misread that. Okay. So that's the rear deck. Okay. So then the last step to this one is the bridge, which is over the landing area, which is really cool. I like that. Got your floor plan readout and adjustable LCDs. And there are timer blocks, and the description did mention that they apparently don't fire on their own, so you're supposed to activate them, but I'm not really worried about turrets and stuff right now, so I'm not going to bother with it. Something sounds like it's banging around. I mean, that can't be good, right? If you see something just go flying off the edge of the ship, it's probably what that clanking is. Okay, and you can turn on the hydrogen thrusters and the side ones for extra speed and stuff, I assume. And then the rocket launchers. Ooh, there's actually a lot of rocket launchers. I mean, it is supposed to be a destroyer, mind you, so. But, ooh, if you're in front of this thing, that could really give you a bad day. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for this episode. We're going to wrap things up here. In the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace!